Well, he bataka make. But JAYDEN Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Blessings Nation, and now welcome to the channel. Yeah man, JAYDEN Chase, and I want to bring on another reasoning on the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, well, I'm suggesting that you click the subscribe icon and of course let your voice be heard. Like and share the video, and of course drop a comment in the comment section. Now, let's get right into the reasoning. Now Nation, Buju Banton has fouled out in defense of Maroon Chief Curry and exposed what he says is a government ploy with criminal intent against the Maroon chief. In a live video, Buju Banton went on to expose the corrupt motives behind the statement given by the FLA that Chief Richard Curry was in breach of the National Firearms Act. And within that simple statement, saying that he has no permit for the weapons currently in possession of the Maroons. So like them a plan a raid. Me I couldn't hear what go on and they will continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
Greetings, people of the world. This is Buju Banton, the first and original Maroon. Buju means breadfruit in a Maroon language. In the most recent times, like today, the Jamaica Observer published an article stating that the Maroon chief is in breach of the Jamaica Firearms Act, which he clearly says a blatant ploy by the Jamaican crime minister to hurt this young man and hurt many of us who stand up and see the blatant wickedness and criminality being perpetrated by the Jamaican politicians and the Jamaican populace. Here in Jamaica, the criminals have more guns than the legal, lawful people in this country. The criminals run around one time. We have police criminal, soldier criminal, all kind of criminal. And our crime minister's friends are the biggest criminal, and they have all the guns in this country. So when you want to label a chief as having an illegal weapon because you want to destroy him and destroy his credibility, yes, it is not right. I want the world to keep a close look at this, because you see that our crime minister has just tried to pass a legislation of illegal firearm holders. The people who have a legal gun, them get life in prison, or them for kill them on spot. We don't put anything past these criminals. So therefore, they are the real criminals who are running this country with a criminal grip, because they are criminal masterminds. And this is another ploy with criminal intent to hurt another citizen of this country, and we're putting it on blast. Thank you.
Yes, Nation, and now let's continue the reasoning. Now, first and foremost, how is it that a sovereign state does not have the right to bear arms? Definitely a very serious question. Now, Nation, as Buju has stated, this is a strategic tactic. First and foremost, if the FLA has stated that there is no permits on the books for the Maroon chief or for the people of Maroon Town to own weapons, then that would mean they are in illegal possession of those said firearms. And since the JCF is on a campaign of getting the guns off the island and out of the hands of individuals not licensed to carry them, then that would mean the next step would be for the JCF to go for the guns at Maroon Town, which would obviously lead to clashes between Maroons and the JCF. Talk to me. Now, for those not in the know, Vice had a documentary episode featuring the Maroons of Maroon Town out there in the island of Jamaica. And it is said that the Maroons and their settlement is on valuable ground, and that offers had been made by mining companies to the Jamaican state for acquisition of those lands. And some have stated that from that time until now, there have been attempts to destabilize the Maroon community. And we'll see it from residents saying that they may too like the way Chief Curry around Maroon Town, to things like this, clashes with the Jamaican law itself. But tell me what you feel. Do you feel like the Maroons will just lay down their arms and say, all right, since we have no right to bear them, we're going to give them up? not based upon certain statements that we have heard made by certain official spokespersons, is that definitely lead to some form of unrest. This look like a situation we're gonna need international intervention. Because first and foremost, the state will say that the laws of the land are the laws of the land. The Maroons are going to state that their sovereignty is not being recognized or respected by the state. And you have a lot of people would agree with them. So Buju forward out and I say, yo, it's a strategic move this. For try destabilize the Maroon community. And as stated, there is already a division within the Maroon community. And maybe all the state wants is new leadership for the Maroons. An individual who would work with their rules, their regulations, and their agenda. And maybe that is why Chief Curry and the state has been at odds for quite some time now. We have seen it played out in the media, different scenarios. Remember recently when officers said they stumbled upon a Maroon border, I would say the standoff that took place even at that situation there. And what was reportedly happening was officers were tracking individuals, and while tracking individuals, wandered across into Maroon territory, quote unquote, not property belonging to the state. And individuals, armed Maroons, had a standoff with the security forces. And of course, Maroon them take out them phone for video where that take place, and the world got their chance to see the standoff happen live. So just imagine now, if there's calls for them to turn in said arms, and that the JCF was on their way to collect these arms. Nation, this sounds very troubling. But talk to me, nation, tell me how you feel. As I'm saying, do you agree with Buju Banton that this is indeed a tactic being used by the state to destabilize the Maroon town and to remove Maroon chief Richard Curry from leadership of Maroon town? Do you think that if the state is serious about the fact that there is no permit on the books for the Maroons and the weapons that they are currently in possession of, and that they are serious about their campaign of getting guns out of the hands of individuals who are not permitted to have them, do you feel like if them go up there for the Maroon them weapon them, it will lead to a clash? And of course, nation, we will continue to keep updated as this story develops, because this will definitely be a major story. More than likely the Queen have to go step in, or the Governor General, who is her representative right here on the island. Recently somebody said in the comment section, say the Governor General is not responsible for the JDF soldiers, and that Jamaica controls the JDF soldiers. They ever consider why is it that whenever they might try to extend soldiers being out in the streets, they need the approval of the Governor General? I feel like a lack of knowledge of the laws that govern the land and the manipulation of said laws by elected officials are one of the biggest problems on the island. Because people don't know the laws themselves. Either when they break the law or somebody break the law in front of them eyes, they don't recognize it. So when we talk about rights as a citizen, very few people even understand them rights overall. And I feel like that within itself causes a whole heap of confusion upon the land. You know the sentiments, and for those who don't, well, first and foremost, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But you like the reason, and of course, you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content. As soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform, the like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend to tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reason, join the discussion in the comment section 24/7, never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Clearly, the state is planning to go after the Maroon chief, saying that there is no permit on the books for the weapons in possession of the Maroons, and see that gun laws have strictened. More than likely, there's a planned raid on Maroon town. And to the reason again, stay tuned.